We're extremely fortunate and proud to have been selected as the one group out of the entire 8th Air Force to be memorialized. And we're somewhat surprised to be accidental parts of history. But there were things that happened to the 100th Bomb Group that did not happen to any other group in the 8th Air Force. And we happen to have been thrown into the conflict untrained and unprepared for what we had to encounter and endure, but I think we did it as best we could. I'm often asked whether the current generation would perhaps respond as we did, and we never know. And we didn't know how we would respond until we were forced to do so. But you have to grow up in a hurry. And when you go to war and you're suddenly confronted with instant death, potentially, you realize that you're not the same person ever again. Well, I keep doing it because I realize that coming from someone who actually experienced it as a first-hand eyewitness to the event, that it's more meaningful than it would be to read about it or to be told about it by someone who wasn't there. It's a heavy responsibility. I got to one point, because I've been on the lecture circuit for children and school children and adults and the public for 25 years. And I got to one point when I said to my wife, I'm sick of my story. I've heard it so many times, I'm through with it. And I don't want to remember it, I don't want to recall it. It's not pleasant to have to regurgitate it constantly. I'm going to hang it up. I'm through. And she said, you can't. You have a duty and an obligation because you were there and you experienced it to pass along your knowledge to successive generations. And besides, it'll keep you off the streets.